Welcome to my video for how to profit from greyhound racing by using 4 different pieces of software that I had built after recognising certain criteria that gave excellent results for both backing and laying. These are used on my website at autobetting.co.uk. My name is Darren and this is part 1 of the process using the main piece of software for recognising betting opportunities, which is the Greyhound Analyser. The first step is to get the race list. There we go, that's today's racing. We'll look at just one meeting and we'll look at Perry Bar as it's one of the first meetings of the day. As you can see, we can select individual races or all races or every single race at every single meeting, apart from it doesn't do handicaps and it doesn't do open races. As well as individual races, we can also change the track factors up here, which give us different settings for each track, each distance from each track, and that allows us to factor in some of the criteria changes, and it works really well. So next thing to do is click on Get Selected Races, which will bring up a new window showing the races for this meeting that we've selected. As you can see, there's all the races for Perry Bar for today. All 6 dogs, all have valid form, so each one is selected. Now we'll look at the listings for we'll take one of them that suits us. I'll just pick one out and we'll go on to that one. As you can see, I've picked Perry Bar 1312. The reason being that these 3 you see here are proposed favourites of the race, which gives us our short lay selection, being this one here, Staying Volcano Trap 1, which gives us our all lays selection as well of Trap 3 Headley's model. The predictor, the analyzer, predicts that Trap 4 Cormy will win. Now, it doesn't really matter the result of this race, to be honest, because until we've followed our other parts, we will not know whether any of these are actually selections by the rest of the criteria. So we always just set all these to 1. We can change by point difference if we want to select to get the spreadsheet by point difference. We would want the wins because that's what we're after, and then we would take the lays, and then using this, what we call highlighted greyhound, will bring out the lays for the bottom. This is the reference for whether we want to look at reference from the first greyhound or the second, third or fourth, or whether we want the bottom 1, 2, 3 or 4. So we can basically pick any selection. We always have it set to lay reference from the top dog to the bottom 2, because that's the way that we get both our short lays and all lays. Sometimes they are actually in the same race. Now when we click on the export, it will export it to a spreadsheet, and then we will be ready to use part 2 of the analyzer predictor software and the filter and everything else, which you'll see. So that's part 1 done, and part 2 will follow. The other part that we just need to show you quickly is this results tab in the analyzer, and basically what that does is we can click on the browse button. It will find a sheet that we upload into it. We click process, and then it tells us which one has won or lost, or non-runners or anything else in there. It fills on here what they are, which is what we have to do before we go to the next step, where we put them into our database.